It's a street drug so deadly, law enforcement officers wear special protective suits when confiscating it. Fentanyl, used to increase the potency of heroin, is blamed for a 22% increase in deaths by overdose in the last year. 64,000 Americans have lost their lives. This recent police raid in New York, the biggest ever in the city, recovered a staggering 64 kilograms of the drug. BRIDGET has been New York's special narcotics prosecutor for almost 20 years.
We're not making any headway right now. Every year it gets worse, and we need to do something. Law enforcement historically is focused almost exclusively on removing the supply of drugs, and that's critically important. Ultimately, you want to decrease the demand.
President Trump has said lax border security and fewer drug prosecutions under the Obama administration are at least partly to blame.
So they looked at this scourge and they let it go by, and we're not letting it go by.
With 4 out of 5 heroin addicts believed to have started their habit with a prescription, the Justice Department is going after doctors and pharmacies as well as dealers.
But state and local officials believe pharmaceutical companies also bear responsibility for the nation's opioid epidemic, a point the Trump administration has yet to weigh in on. 41 states, including New York, have joined forces to investigate, and some have already filed lawsuits against the companies alleging deceptive marketing.
Our subpoenas and letters seek to uncover whether or not there was deception involved, if manufacturers misled doctors and patients about the efficacy and addictive power of these drugs. We will examine their marketing practices, both to the medical community and the public.
Ironically, the Trump administration is partnering with some of the very same companies being sued to come up with alternatives to opioids and new treatment options.
The only entity that really profited from the pill epidemic were the pharmaceutical companies. And it's clear to me that there is culpability there somewhere.
Brennan would like to see more funding for educational campaigns like this one, and more treatment options.
46% more people have died from overdoses.
Because while prosecutors like her applaud the administration's efforts to tackle the epidemic, she believes it will take more than arrests to get the job done. Kristen, Saloomey, Al Jazeera, New York.